Cook meth. Before that, we're just going to have a sandwich and that's Roger Rabbit and the Green Arrow. Get down and all funky. There's no more questions. Thank you for coming and see you next week. Like I said, I don't think it's going to last too long.
Mic test.
I need a microphone. 6 people here.
Okay, this is yours.
It's all right, too, but I don't think so. I mean, can you people hear me?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, we can. Come closer. All right. Am I the moderator?
Oh, I mean,
You gonna moderate?
yes, sir.
Just do it moderately, will you?
Yes, sir. All right, today, thank you all for coming. We have Mr. Charles Fleischer today, here to answer your questions. Answer them. So, please, yes, we'll begin. Anyone wants to ask the first question?
I've been Mr. Fleischer. It's an honor. Big fan and everything. First of all, I want to thank you for all the memories, all the laughs, everything you've given us. You're definitely one of my favorite, all-time toughest guys that make the sweat hogs run away. And one of the questions that I have for you, sir, is to misquote a country song. You're a comedy and stand-up before comedy and stand-up was cool. The comedy world misses you. Any ideas of coming back for stand-up?
I go stand-up all the time. It's just in Tahoe. It's just, I'm always doing stand-up.
Yeah, we just don't get to see you down here as regularly. So.
Well, you know, book me. Let's find a club. And is this guy watching TV or what's it? What kind of pad is that?
It's a knobby.
A knobby pad?
Knobby.
Good. Give me one. Crazy looking pad. All right, I'll sit down. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you, sir.
And I do stand up all the time. Yeah.
What do you think about, I mean, it seems to a certain point you come from a generation where comedy, and especially stand-up guys, you know, you guys like opened and made up the pattern of what stand-up comedy is today. What do you think about the stand-up guys that are coming nowadays, pretty much following in your footsteps?
I have no idea, you know, like, you have to be more specific, you know.
Oh, well, see, nowadays you have the new guys, you know, like George Lopez came after you, and
He's
of
not
course,
really new, George Lopez.
Julio Iglesias, I mean, not Julio, Gabriel Iglesias. I make fun of them. And, you know, what a lot of these younger comics consider themselves like rock stars. And compared to them, I mean, your talents, your voices, personalities.
Thank you. I think you should be my publicist.
I mean, it's just, you know.
Well, for my Richard Pryor, no one's ever done what he did. So. God bless Richard Pryor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, WWP. I guess that wraps it up. Unless someone has another question. I'm sure someone has something.
When y'all were making a Roger Rabbit, I mean, did y'all ever think it would become, well, this big that it would, I mean, stand the test of
When I saw
time?
the first animation test, I thought this was going to be big. And it turned out to be pretty big. I get memories of this. People know how many people in the Alamo City appreciate Davy Crockett. That's a position. All right.
Mr. Fleischer, where did you get your start in the entertainment business? What age did you start at?
So can you speak a little
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did you get your start at in the entertainment business? Like, what age did you start?
I began immediately after birth.
Oh, wow. That's pretty quick.
It wasn't really stand up, it was more just lie down.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if someone asked this question already, but if they asked you to work on another Roger Rabbit project, can you do something?
Oh, no, I would not want to have more money and a chance to be famous. I'd rather work in a pit selling the feces of cows.
Oh, no.
Yes, of course. I would be delighted to participate in that.
Where do you get your inspirations as far as the voices? Where do you find that?
Just in every moment of every day. And bad tuna fish.
Any inspirations that you had when you were growing up as far as, maybe personal relatives?
No, personal relatives. Groucho Marx, Jonathan Winters, Jimi Hendrix, Albert Einstein, Salvador Dali, Chagall, Picasso, Isaac Newton, to name a few. Sorry, we're closed. All right, so, boy, just don't stop coming in. Thank you. Next question will be in French. C'est question. No, we don't décider pour deux. No, this is a very nice place because plywood table. Fly, you can do better. Plywood. Lemonade.
It'll be better next year.
I'm not worried. It's all about the people. It ain't about the wood. That's kind of performance. Okay, I'll answer the next question using a number 8321946 divided by 2. Please put your questions in the form of prime numbers. Wow. I didn't know anything about gamma ray bursts.
Only in comics, though.
In the film Roger Rabbit, is that what's like the start of CGI, what we know as CGI today? Like, or,
No,
or
not
has
at all.
it
There
been-
was no CGI in that.
There wasn't. Oh, that's interesting.
No computers.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
How were you approached in doing the voice of Dweeb for We're Back, a Dinosaur Story?
Approach for Roger?
For Tweet.
For We're Back, a Dinosaur Story?
Oh, the guy who originally did it, they didn't like, and they asked me to revoice him. Good question. And I was approached slowly from the left.
You basically that's on the Cubbies every year just in case they actually do win on series?
Definitely, you gotta stand up, I gotta get a picture of you, dude. That's a festive outfit. I gotta see that whole thing. Is that like Aquaman or something?
Yeah.
Aquaman, man. You're a crazy ass Aquaman.
Are you
Nice.
Roger Rabbit? Are you
Just
wearing-
looking Aquaman, I saw, dude.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Did I get you and Roger Rabbit standing together? I really like it.
Yeah.
Gotta blow the minds of everybody in Pennsylvania. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, that makes her good.
This is a marriage made in some kind of crazy color hell. Too bad the room is orange. Great, we'll get one more. That's fantastic. Nice. Thank you very much. One more for the possibility of a remake. All right, thank you for participating.
So, I was making a joke question. Do you put money on the Cubbies every year just in case they actually do one of those series like you talked about in Back to the Future?
No, I wish I could go back in time. Put some money on the company. There is no time machine yet, so I have to just go very fast.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Is it appropriate to approach it as my man Corvelli?
Anything as long as you don't slap me in the face, being appropriate. Carvelli is definitely one of the characters that I have played on television on Welcome Back, Kotter. And it was a lot of fun with John Travolta. Who's going to be here later? But
So
not
how were you approached
today.
for that character, sir?
I auditioned for it. I went in several times.
You were already on the stand-up circuit by that time.
Yeah, I was doing stand-up.
Where do you originally started back in this?
I started when I was 9 years old at summer camp. And then I started on stage in Chicago, where I was studying at the Goodman Theater. working in folk clubs. They didn't have comedy clubs those days.
Right.
People like Stevie Goodman and John Prine. I don't know if you know those
Oh, yeah.
artists. City of New Orleans. Written on the city of New Orleans. That's Steve Goodman. God bless him. He's gone. Love you, Stevie. I don't know why I looked up because we live on a sphere, so there's no direction. It's just not, it's either out or in. It's the best way to direct someone from a planetary point of view. I know we're holding our questions for the Duke of Schnob, who will be here momentarily. Yes, sir.
At home, do people find it hard to take you serious sometimes? Or?
You mean at home? Whose home you talking about? You mean serious, motherfucker? No children here, are there?
Not yet.
Anymore. This is not for kids, so. All right, I apologize if you're sensitive to language. I don't worry about people taking me serious. Serious is the dog star. If you go to astronomical data. Astronomical data. It's supposed to data. Surrealism's little son. Oh, good, just as I predicted. A man with short pants. Welcome, Tango and Fraki. Yes, sir.
You ever get confused with John Noble from
Fringe.
Yeah, Fringe.
Oh.
John Noble, he was in Fringe, and he was also in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
He played Denethor and Return of the King, the old steward.
John Noble?
I never did
No?
know.
No. Someone thought I was Brad Dourif once because of my eyebrows and what he looked like in Dune. Brad Noble?
John Noble.
John Noble. Google him. Let me see a picture, Mr. Tablet. Come on. Put that thing to use. John Noble? No, I don't think so. If I do, maybe I am John Noble.
Probably his opposite, because he's really serious.
He's what?
He's super serious a lot of times.
I'm super serious.
Yeah, right.
Supercilious. Supernova.
Where'd you get the inspiration for Roger Rabbit, the voice?
Just a chance to be successful and come to San Antonio.
Oh.
See the.
I was just wondering if it was
Alamo
based on a real person or you just made it up.
At the beginning, it was a combination of Ruth Gordon and John Huston.
What a neat answer, because I met Ruth Gordon years ago in New York, and I
She
loved
told me about that.
No, I'm really serious.
I am too.
really did
She's
mean
still,
it. Okay.
she and Bud Court still talk about it.
I worked next door to CBS Studios, and I met
I
her.
do.
She'd come and bug me in my shop every day.
She
And
liked
I
you a
loved
lot.
her.
She
was
said you
really
once
nice.
put acid in her coffee.
Oh, my God. Nope, I wrapped her gifts.
I wrapped a lot of things.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of rap. No, who's got another question?
Here he is, here's John Noble.
Oh, thanks, dude. I like this kind of presentation. See,
I have to watch it. Is that show still on?
well, he was on Star Trek, right?
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that a Star Trek guy?
I'm sure he said Star Wars in his IMDb, but I don't ever remember seeing John Noble in Star Wars.
Nah, you
I've
think I
heard
look
of
like that
John
guy?
Noble,
A little bit.
He's an ugly bastard.
That's what I was thinking.
He's got a big, big honky nose, giant ears, fucked up chin. Much better looking.
And you have more hair than him.
Right.
At least I do now. After I waxed. All right, who's got something that they haven't said? All right, young ginger man.
All right. If you could do one animated character out of any animated character that existed so far, and you could do the voice for it, what character would you choose and why?
You.
Great.
That'll make you
Why?
feel better. Because you asked the question. I the animated characters that exist already have voices, so I wouldn't say pass. I always like creating, like do a voice of a single cell. Maybe as a single cell, I prefer to be a cell that is not independent and part of a larger organism. Maybe even a mitochondria, or even the endoplasmic reticulum, or a Golgi body for you biology freaks.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Has there ever been a celebrity that you've been awestruck by meeting?
Just you, Aquaman. No, I've never been struck by awe. I mean, people that I respect, that I've met, it's always good, but it's always like, I was at a party with my girlfriend and Ringo was there. And I said to her, let the Beatle come to us. And he did.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want to see that on the internet. Last thing I need is Richie to get mad at me. Welcome. Welcome. We've had a few questions. I'll repeat them for you since you just arrived. Sit down and enjoy your Star Trek. Live long and prosper. Hey dude, you're gonna run into a wall.
Brian.
All right, Comic Connors, who's got something for me over here? Yes, sir.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Huh?
Have you been
Star Wars or Star Trek? What's better?
Star Wars or Star Trek? Are you asking me a comparison? It's like a comparison, of two orifices in the human body. You decide which.
Yes, which one?
I don't think you can differentiate as one or the other. I mean, Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, the original show was incredible. Tribbles and just the whole philosophy, and Star Wars presented a different visual universe. And then Star Wars degenerated into just good visuals with really bad stories or bad writing. That's just not my opinion. But anything that takes me on a journey, I'm down for it, or up for it, depending on which direction. Next question, the answer is Thursday. Question after that, no. Question after that is I don't predict. And next question is red shoelaces. I'm betting that someone who's asked a question will ask again, because the rest of you are too timid.
Okay.
Balls up, everybody!
You have a future film project in store.
Yes, I'm doing the Ruth Gordon story.
Oh.
But only at lunch.
Oh. Well.
I don't know, say $100 to dress up as Roger Rabbit.
Say again, sir?
If they paid you extra money to do an event to dress up as Roger Rabbit, would you do so?
I am right now. And I did so. They paid me less. I did wear a Roger Rabbit costume every day during the filming.
Oh.
They had to make me a Roger Rabbit suit because my voice was recorded live on the set every day, so it didn't make sense to do a movie just wearing my regular clothes.
So for positioning, they just had you have like some bunny ears and then...
I asked them to make me a costume. It looked pretty much like that. I have the bow tie with me actually today, and I had ears, and I wore the Roger Rabbit suit every day.
So animators just kind of selling over your performance?
There was no rotoscoping. But we were filming at Elstree Studios in England, and they were doing Superman there at the time, and someone from Superman saw me and said, this Roger Rabbit movie's not going to be any good. I saw the guy playing the rabbit. It doesn't look anything like a rabbit. He showed them. That in your Fortress of Solitude, Clark. Next answer is Barnyard fun. Yes, sir, Mr. Tabletto?
I was thinking about, you said, you see voice actors do it in the room by themselves, but you're actually on stage. I mean, did you interact with Bob Hoskins?
Oh, yes. I developed what I call TPA, transprojectional acting. I was off camera in my own little mic area, and whatever Bob Hoskins was doing, I had to react to that as though I was in that space. So if he grabbed my ears, I would react to that. After a while, it just became another style of performance. It was a lot of fun. Yes, Aquaman, or Aqua Boy.
Doing voiceovers or actually doing acting in a film?
Acting is acting, in my opinion. You know, it's in some ways, just the voice could be more difficult because you can't use the mechanism of your face. You can just do a little glance on the camera, and it's real big and convey incredible emotion. It's just the voice. But if it's plugged into your soul and the performance is real, that's the essence. Yes?
Eliza walked in late.
No, sir, you were early. You're just on another time shift.
Comedy, was that always your main venture when you initially started in this industry? Or was it something, how did you really get started?
I've always done stand-up, and I've always loved acting and art and music and mathematics and just a freak.
What attracted other people to you, basically?
What attracted them to me?
Yeah, like I was saying, like
I'd say like girth.
Sorry?
Like girth, for what it's worth. That can be interpreted in many ways, so don't go all crazy on me. I wouldn't even know. Just who I am, whatever I can bring to the table that no one else does. And today it was glasses, a sketchbook, and a Sony camera. Uh-oh, kids are here. That's gonna kill some of the jokes. It's okay, come on in, I'll be...
Okay, next question. You can come, it's okay. Hi, everybody.
I think they realize this is no place for little children. Yes, Ginger Man.
You mentioned that you do stand-up. How often do you do stand-up, and how do you still get heckled? Like, how do you deal with all that kind of stuff?
Hecklers don't happen too much, but if it happens, you just shut them down.
Like, what's an example?
Shoot them in the head.
Awesome.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. There was a bullet being loud.
What's the most recent example of you like putting on a heckler?
Just have to be witty. It would all depend on the nature of the heckle. But usually people come to be entertained and they don't bother you. If they do, you just, you're up there, you have a microphone and hopefully some kind of wit, so you're in a power position. Usually it's just drunk people.